All right, everybody. So, as promised, I decided to do the update on my tattoos, why I got them, the meaning behind them, and actually just a little tattoo video in general. Because I don't think I've ever done them. And I don't have a lot, but I'm getting there. So, we just got the gym, had some chest to back today. So, I seen this nice little pump. But, anyways, so I'm going to start off with the first one, the most important one, which is my marriage. Me and my wife got matching ring tattoos. We got this 2 years ago after we got married. I just felt that not only was it easier, but I take marriage very serious. That's why I decided just to get the tattoo, and just to let people know, I'm married, and it's a badge of honor for me. I don't feel like it's something I had an issue with. I don't regret getting it. When I don't have my ring con, I have this tatted so I can't lose it. Plus, she didn't get me a ring, and I'd either lose it at home or working out. I would destroy the rings, and the rubber ones were so an issue. So, yeah, I digress. But that's my first one, the ring tattoo. The second was me and my wife's first ever cast together. So I got this for her. When we got together, our cat Arthur, Tony Arthur Charlie Wilson Montana. And then when we got married, I got her another cat, Priscilla Antoinette Montana. So I got those 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And I wanted to get a full sleeve, but I think the interesting part about sleeves is that, and for me at least, tattoos is that you're telling a story. You're telling where you stand, where you fall, where you die, so on and so forth. And so recently, when we had our daughter, I wanted to get her footprints, and that's what we have here. This is my daughter Emery's footprints. Now, ideally, I should have put like an E in there, and I think when I go get a touch-up, I'll probably get an E in between. We only do have one child, but just because I got Arthur and Priscilla's first initial, I should go ahead and get Emery's. It makes the most sense. So, Arthur, Priscilla, my daughter Emery, who will be 2 in January, and then my ring. And the last but not least, the most important one, I feel like today, especially in society, why I'm actually making this video, is the equality sign. So, long story short, this sign means that you are an ally, or you could be someone who is being allied, right? You could be LGBTQIA2+, feminist, same-sex equality rights, all of that. This can even sometimes be free Palestine, and I just want people to know that. As a 6'2" guy, like this is the chandelier, as a 6'2" guy, I don't look like I would be in that demographic. And I don't want to walk into a room and yell where I stand, but when I walk into a room, you should see that I'm a father, I'm a husband, or I'm an advocate because of how I carry myself, because of how I talk. If I'm walking into a room and I'm flirting with girls and I'm married, I'm not showing or telling where I stand in my marriage, if I'm still or not. And recently, with them trying to overturn Roe v. Wade, and Trump getting in office like a year ago, I thought about getting the tattoo. And so I said, well, let me sit and think about it, because I know I'm getting my daughter's tattoo. And I have ADHD, so I have a preponderance to do something at the spur of the moment. And I said, well, I want to make sure I get a tattoo that I know represents the community while not letting them know that I am. Because there's nothing wrong with being a part of the community, but I am not the community, right? And so I want people to know that I'm an ally. Like if a white person wants to say Black Lives Matter, they're not fucking black, but you can see that. You can't see if someone's gay or not. You know what I'm saying? But with colors, you can see. And so I thought about it. And ironically, I asked a bunch of people, not only on TikTok that you're watching this, but in my personal life. And believe it or not, I got a couple of pushback from people who told me, because at first I wanted to get LGBTQIA2+, the whole thing on my form, right here, the whole thing. Because I wanted people to know that that's who I am, that's why that I'm ally or die trying. Or people told me that, shit you not, it could be performative, it could be confusing. You're making people think that you are gay by getting a tattoo. And I thought as a black man, when I see someone get a BLM tattoo, I don't think they're fucking black. I don't even think they could date a black person. I just think that they're a supporter for that cause, right? And I was like, okay, these people, their thoughts aren't null and void. But to say that I'm getting a tattoo permanently on my body that's going to support for somebody, and you're calling me performative, your opinion to me is mute. So I spoke to a couple of people, went on Pinterest and went on other communities and said, what is a tattoo I can get in support? And the equality one popped up. Now, I still kind of wanted the tattoo. Maybe in the future I might get the tattoo. I just want people to know that, one, is it not wrong being gay? But 2, I'm not gay. Of course we understand that. And so that's kind of in short, where the whole story comes from. And I got these, like I said, like Sunday. So these are very fresh, and I'm probably gonna get them worked on. And that's just really it. When I walk into a room, I want people, when they're shaking my hand, when I'm waving, when I'm talking, when I'm lifting, right? I want people to know where I stand. I'm so tired of going into rooms and seeing people open their mouth and say, oh yeah, well, I love this actor, I love Sam Smith, but he's a FAGGOT, so I can't fuck with that. Or, I support ICE or this. And it's just like, I want you to look at this, and if you know, you know. And if you don't know, that's okay. It's not for you. It's for when I'm in the Publix or I'm in the Kroger, or for some God forbid reason I'm in the bar, or there's a young girl who's struggling with her life or her identity, and she sees me in the store or sees me walking down the road with my baby girl, my wife, she sees that and she knows that, you know, this is a big guy, but maybe I can talk to him, maybe I can feel safe. And for me, that's honestly what the tattoo means. It's a beacon, right? My daughters already know she's gonna have her daddy no matter what. My cats, they know they're gonna have their owner. My wife knows she's gonna have her husband. But for the young they, them, the young boy, the young girl, the young individual who doesn't know me and may need someone like me, this shows them that I'm there. And not only is it very discreet with it being under my forearm, but, you know, it lets me still be able to live life to the fullest, not get any repercussions for my political views, right? But as well, you know, when I'm out in the gym or around public, you know, because I was gonna get it right here on my shoulder, but like I said, I wanted to maybe do a sleeve, so I wanted to keep the discretion there. But you know, it still gives that ability for me to let my views speak before my mouth does. So that's in short where I got my tattoos, where I stand, and for me as a cis hetero straight male, the only call to action I would say to people here is don't feel like you have to get this tattoo, but I feel that if you want to be known for having a safe space, if you want to be known for being a good person, maybe look into this, right? Maybe this is something you can get. It's discreet. You can get on your finger, you can get on your neck, you can get just 2 little lines anywhere, and it's so subtle that mine's not subtle. I don't want it to be subtle, but it's something so small, infinitesimal as when they see it, they know, and they know that, you know, there are more people out there in the world that are good. Because right now you can't really tell who's who, and I think that's important because you want to know that you're safe in a space with your wife and your child, and hopefully, you know, whether a wife or a child sees this tattoo, someone when they do see it, they know what this is, and that they know that around me they're safe. So that's it. That's my tattoo update for tattoos.